check. Okay. Hello, guys. Hold on. Here we go. Make host. No, I don't want to make that host. Okay, hold on a second. Sorry. You guys moved around on me. Sometimes it does that to me. Okay, don't anybody move. Make host. Yes, make Tammy host. There we go. Okay, Tam, like I said, if you can go through and let everybody record, that would be awesome. Anybody who can record. If you are on a tablet or a phone, then you can't really record, but if you're on a computer or a laptop, then you can. Okay, guys, how are you guys doing? I'm not surprised that this is such a big group, I guess. Be careful when you ask God for a sign because you just might get one. And for my members, you guys will know this is the biggest group we've had for a members reading in a while. So I asked God for a sign if he really wanted me to read something to you guys, and this I'm taking as a sign. So I'm not going to read it in the beginning. There's too many people. I want to do the readings first. We're going to do our hour of reading. Then I'm going to stop recording because what I want to read to you guys is basically, a lot of you have been hearing me talk about what's going on in the world and what I believe, like from the research that I've done over the last year and a half. And a lot of you have actually tuned in because you wanted to follow those updates and whatnot. And a lot of it I can't talk about on here, right? Because I've lost a lot of my social media. They shadow ban me like crazy, so I can't really get up and talk about it. So what I'm gonna do, because keeping this platform for your messages is my first priority. You have to understand that. But getting the truth out is also my second priority. So what I'm going to do is after we're done the messages, I received an article yesterday from a source that basically, I have no idea whether or not it's true or not, but all the outages of the social media companies and stuff was in this list as what was one of the things that was going to happen. So as the beginning of it. So, and like I said, this has been years worth of research. It matches everything that I have uncovered so far. So if you're looking to hear that and want to know what that is, then stick around afterwards. You guys can record it. I'm not going to record it. You guys can record it. I'm just going to read the information that my source sent to me, and then you guys do with it what you will. Fair enough? Okay, so let's just jump right in. So I was asked to start with Diane because she's got to go back to work. So we're going to do that right away. You good to go, Diane? Got to take your microphone off, or your mute off, I should say. Don't take your microphone off. We need that. Where'd you go? There you are. Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you. Okay, Diane, are you ready to do this?
Yes, I am.
Whew, okay, both feet flat on the floor. Let's start with this connecting exercise. I want you to close your eyes, and then when I'm done talking, I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards you or towards me, and give me a minute to focus. See, this is interesting. So I know I've read for you a number of times before, Diane. I don't remember who all your loved ones are, but I'm pretty sure this is the mother figure. So if this is not your mom, this is grandma. She's very strong. She's not validating. So I know I've spoken to her before because she won't validate.
Okay.
But she comes through right away. That's why I said you instead of me by accident, because she was talking to me. So
Yeah.
sometimes it gets mixed up in my head. But she's bringing forward the brother. So your mom, is this your mom, first of all? The mother figure that always comes forward to talk to you. Is this mom or grandma? Because she won't validate. Grandma. Okay. She won't validate. She says, I've told you how I died 15 times. I'm not doing it again. You know who I am. But she's bringing forward the brother or the sibling. I'm not sure why that's important today. But this is what she's doing. As she steps forward, she says she's got the person to the side with her. But it feels like a sibling, and it feels like around mom. Does your mom, do you have an uncle or an aunt on that side?
No, my mom's an only child. But second cousins that we called uncles.
Okay, that would feel the same thing for me, right? Because I only feel the
Okay.
energetic vibe, and all I know is she's bringing forward this person to the side that feels like
Mhm.
an uncle or like a brother.
Okay.
You know what I mean? To the
Yeah.
side. She
Yeah.
has she has this gentleman with her. He's got a really quirky personality. You know how they come through with their personalities? This is
Yeah.
how they will let you know who they are. This guy has a really quirky personality. He's not sad that he's on that side, I'll tell you. He makes me feel like he lived a good long life, that I feel like he died of natural causes. Like, I don't know if this is cancer or something, but he's comfortable with the way he passed. Turn this down. Some time ago. And I'm like, well, why are you coming through here? Because I feel like he's been on that side for some time. Do you understand?
Okay.
They're all coming with you for some kind of adventure. I'm getting really hot now as I'm reading you because when that happens, it's because your loved ones are all stepping forward at once. I don't know if you can see my face like getting flush and red even because
Okay.
they're all going with you. They're packing bags, they're going with you. There's something about one more week, one more week. What is one more week? What are you doing in your world that's one more week?
Moving out of my house.
In 1 week?
In what's today? No, in 20, like 15 days, in 2 weeks.
Hmm, that's pretty darn close.
And I'm also going on a music cruise. And then I'm going to Costa Rica.
No wonder they got all their bags packed. No wonder your entire freaking family is stepping forward, going, "We're going with you." I'm like, "Where are you going?" Oh, that's so funny. So please know that they're really excited about, well, really excited and proud of you for some decision that you made around this. Because I feel like, okay, bear with me here. It feels like you were trying to force a decision almost before, like you weren't going to choose to go to these other travel places unless and until you had these things solidified. But at some point, it feels like you went, you know what? It'll be what it'll be, and you're going with it. And
Yeah.
because you're doing that, you're putting your eggs in the faith basket, and that always leads to somewhere really, really cool. They gave you some money and they said it's all checking out, it's all checking out, don't worry, it's all, I'm seeing like Santa Claus checking his list, checking it twice, 3 times, 4 times. Do you know what she's doing here?
Finally signing the divorce papers.
Everything is kind of aligning at the same time. Do you notice this? It's like puzzle
Yes.
pieces over the last week or two. This is what she's talking about. Everything is sliding in. This
Mm-hmm.
is why she's bringing forward your loved ones. But I want to go back to this uncle person or this cousin that was like an uncle because he just showed me this and he kissed your cheek. So this is my sign of very close or very emotionally close. But again, I feel like he's been on that side for some time. So I think he's
Okay.
telling you he would have been your favorite one. I don't think he got to travel a lot because he's really excited to be going traveling with you. That's exactly. He's thanking you for having the courage and the determination to put joy in your life first because
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's maybe something he wasn't very good at. That's why he keeps overemphasizing how free and happy he is on that side. Like, remember I said his personality was really up there?
Could it be my godfather?
Very much could. All I know is it goes, so remember what I said is, well, okay, sorry, as soon as I said it that way, she goes, "You don't have to sound so bossy. I don't mean to." Okay, let me try this again. The dad tell me all the time that the signs and symbols that they bring forward don't change. How I
Mm-hmm.
understand them change depending on
Yes.
how you validate the information. It's the gentleman that's above you to the side. So to the side of grandma, that's why I was like, is this feels like an uncle or something? So
Mm-hmm.
godfather would also be
Yeah.
like to the side.
Yeah.
And you will know who they are based on the details that they bring forward. That's the number one thing that I tell people
Mm-hmm.
all the time because
Yeah.
it's not enough. You might have 5 father figures on that side, uncles and grandfathers, and You'll be able to tell who's talking to you by the information that they're bringing forward. So what you just did right there was you recognized his energy.
Mm-hmm.
He said it was this. It was this that did it, because that's my girl. That's my girl.
Yes.
That you've been feeling just a little bit of, as excited as you are, you're just a little bit anxious at the same time, especially
Yes.
about cross country and or like going out at leaving the country, I should say. Just know they have your back. Just know
Mm-hmm.
that they're with you. And remember that whatever you want, ask for what you want. Don't pay any attention to what you don't want. Ask for what you want.
Okay.
And don't forget your headphones.
Okay.
I feel like you need to stop and buy a new pair, or there's something about needing headphones.
Okay. Yes. I don't have any that work with this phone.
You're going to need some of those. He said he's reminding you, you got a lot on your brain right now. He's like, so don't forget to get the headphones.
Mm-hmm.
Watch for the synchronicities. They're going with you.
Mm-hmm.
They're pulling their energy back. I hope that was helpful. Is there any other questions or anything before they totally pull it back?
The only thing I'm really anxious about is getting out of the house on time for the possession.
For the what?
For when the new people that bought the house take possession. I feel like I'm spinning wheels.
Okay, stop right there. What did they just say? I love that you asked that question, because I want everybody to pay attention to the fact that I'm not in your life, that you are. I don't know why they're bringing up the things that they're bringing up, but what did he just say? He said, stop paying attention, or do not pay attention to the things that are not working. So what you did, and if you understand that your words are spelled, that's why we call it spelling when we write it down, or when we say them, we're casting spells and we get back what we're saying. You just spelled out a whole bunch of bull that you don't want, didn't you?
Yeah.
What did they say? They said, make sure that no matter what is going on within the next week, that when you go to bed, so here's the situation, exactly, I'll give you a quick example and then I got to move on. But last night, so I have a girlfriend of mine that is going through a really hard time right now. And she ended up showing up at my house last night to spend a night. She's moving out of her place and she's got to do this quick move. Let's just say domestic situation, et cetera, et cetera. So she needed somebody to help her go with her today to move out the big stuff out of her apartment. And I'm like, you know what? I can't, I'm working today. I'm live. I got appointments today. I can't go with you. She's like, I don't know what to do, Trace. Everybody I know is working. And I'm like, don't worry about it. Go to sleep. Tell God what you need. Thank him for bringing you people to help you. Thank him for sorting it out for you. Tell him you know that he's already got it solved, and go to sleep with peace on your heart. And when you wake up, he will send somebody your way and you won't even have to try. And you know what? When we woke up, my son, who's 18, works for a moving company. Turns out he got the day off unexpectedly today. So guess what? There you go. She got somebody to go with her and to work with her all day. Like, boom, just whoop, just like that. So this is what you got to do. We're used to being very aware of the issues in our world, but what we're not used to is how to fix those issues. So this in your world, when you feel like you're spinning your wheels, you need to talk to God and say, God, I want to feel like I'm on time. Show me what I need to do and show me what needs to happen so that I can feel like I'm at a good pace. This is what I want. I want to feel that I'm exactly where I need to be and I'm feeling a little out of sync. So show me what I need to do. Show me how to get to that place of where I want to be. And then watch it line up for you. Does that make sense? No more.
I needed that.
No more saying you're spinning your wheels. You're not spinning your wheels. You're learning a lesson. You're learning how to drive your own car.
Yeah.
You got this. And they all showed up to let you know they're on your team. They're right there ready to help. So just ask them for help. Be specific. But remember that we live in a free will universe and that they can't help you unless you ask them for help. Make sense?
Makes perfect sense.
And have a great trip, Diane.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm going to let them pull back. Tammy, I saw that you wrote something, but I didn't have my glasses on, so I couldn't read it. So if you were talking to me, you have to write it again. I have somebody on here I've never read before. I don't know who though, because I can't.
Rachel is sharing her membership. That's what I messaged you.
Okay.
With
And-
Lexi.
I am too, Tracy. This is Sheila. Lexi is my guest.
Okay, then the other one is
So
Rachel's.
we have two Lexis. Okay, so here's what I'm
No.
gonna do. All I know is I got some lady standing here that I've never read for, tapping me on the shoulder, going, ahem, is it my turn? Ahem, is it my turn? Woo.
Letitia.
There you go. Yeah, Letitia, I'm with you. I got to go to you first. I believe I'm with you. Hold on a second. I'll be back, Lexi. I'll be back to all of you. We'll get there. Letitia,
Yes.
you don't have to turn your camera on if you don't want to, but keep your microphone on for me, okay?
Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. So, all right, let's do this. I want you to sit with both feet flat on the floor. We're going to do this connecting exercise, okay?
Okay.
All right, both feet flat on the floor. I want you to close your eyes, and then I want you to take a deep breath. Picturing this deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. All right, here we go. I got somebody stepping forward that passed before we would think of as their time. They step forward with white lighters all around them. White lighters are beings on the other side that are pure white light, and their job is to help souls heal. So typically I will see them surround somebody who either takes responsibility for their passing, committed suicide, or whose passing was sudden, unexpected, or traumatic in such a way that there's a lot of healing needed for the soul that passed or the people that are left behind. He comes forward with the mother figure that's above him, and she is very much clearing the air to get rid of the grief or anxiety to make sure that this person comes forward. Do you understand who this is, honey?
My brother.
I'm sorry, sweetie. So please know he's like very strongly coming forward. And who's the mother figure on the other side with him? I feel like this is probably grandmother because he goes one above. Is your mom still here in the physical world?
My mom's still here.
There's a mother figure that he comes forward with. I want you to understand this. She's standing here tapping me on the shoulder the whole time I was reading that other lady. She's like, excuse me, hello, it's our turn. Hello.
We shared, me and
very-
my baby brother, we
Pardon me?
shared, my best friend passed away, but we shared the same brother and they both passed away. But
Well, okay, then that could be it. See, this is what I'm saying, that you will know who they are, not me. I know I have two people coming forward. One feels very motherly and protective and very bossy. So if that's her personality, then that's her. Because she's like, hello, let's go.
yeah, like she was my best friend, and like me and my baby brother, we shared the same mom, and me and my best friend, like they shared the same dad. So like we were all connected in a way. They both passed. They're both gone.
Okay, so here's the thing. You need to know that first of all, that they're together, okay? Your friend makes me feel like she's taking care of your baby brother. And I gotta be honest with you, she's got a bit of a personality on her. She's very funny. She says, don't worry, I'm taking care of the little pussy on this. I'm sorry, you guys. I gotta hold of myself. I'm so sorry. That's
they're brothers and sisters. They're brothers and sisters.
That's like how she comes through, right? Like she's like, don't worry, I got the little creep. Like, there we go. That's there's a teasing, loving energy in that, you know? She makes me feel, so she goes boom, boom. There's like so I don't know if she means they passed like a year apart or a month apart, but I'm seeing like boom, boom. There's something around the same time of year or very close together. Could even be 2 years, but boom, boom, like very close together.
Yes, me and my best friend, we got into a car accident. She passed away, and like I think it was 4 years later, my baby brother passed away.
And did he, hold on a second, it's gonna make me throw up. Is there some type of substance or something, like, I don't know if this is alcohol, drugs, he could have had a very bad illness that made him extraordinarily sick, but usually when I get that sick, it's some type of substance. Do you understand that?
I don't know, from like he was not going, like he had one kidney. He had one kidney. He was
Okay, so this is illness then, correct? How did your brother pass? Here's what you got to understand is he's filling me with extreme nausea right now. I felt very sick all the way up and down. Usually when they do that, that's my symbol for substance abuse of some sort. If this is not substance abuse, then like I said, it could be some type of disease that made me feel very nauseous.
that's not how he passed away. That's not how he passed away.
So why would he be taking me to, okay, so how did he pass away? Because I got to be honest with you, your friend, I can understand the trauma around her passing, but your brother is making me feel like there's two things going on here, and I'm not exactly sure what this is. So we might have to work through this. So how did he pass?
Like, I can't. I don't want to say this right now. Like, I don't like. I was feeling that you could tell me. Like, I already know how he passed, but like.
Okay, so I'm going to try to explain this to you the best I can, but you have to understand that they're not talking to me, they're talking to you. And they're not going to sit here and explain to me why they want me to say what they want me to say. And oftentimes for me, it's like passing on inside jokes because I'm not in your life and I don't know why they want me to say what they want me to say, right? What I know is he's making me feel like there's two things around his death. So if you don't really know how he died, then that does not surprise me because he's showing me like two issues around how he passed.
He got shot. He got shot. He got shot.
Okay. Okay. Slow this down. That's why I felt the trauma, and you saw me do this earlier, the impact, the very quick. That could even be why I feel very sick. Although I do want, this is the other thing, is that I feel a sense of responsibility around his passing. And this is why I said, was there some type of substance abuse? Because he's taking a feeling, or he's taking some responsibility around his passing. Now, that doesn't mean that he shot himself or he wanted to die. It means I take responsibility for where I was or how that kind of took place. You know what I mean? I take responsibility for where I was in my life. I don't really understand the nausea. It feels very important because he keeps highlighting it. So either he's trying to take responsibility and let you know that he wasn't in his right mind when he was in that place at that time, or there's some type of issue. Like, this is where it gets hard to do these on public, right? If you can't talk about it or validate, because I don't know why he's saying this. But I do know what he's saying.
He was not doing good. Like, before that happened, he was not doing good.
That would be
He
why
was
I
not.
think, okay. He's asking me to talk about something different. Hold on a second. Oh, sweetie, I can feel your grief so strong. It's killing me. See, okay. So this is what your brother said. He said, listen, there is going to be some answers. And I feel like you know more answers than what your brain will allow you to believe. Do you understand that? The dead will tell you things that only you will understand and nobody else will understand. I once had a lady come to see me and I was trying to figure out what her job was. And I'm like, you know, it feels like exercise. I can feel sweat. I can feel one leg here, one leg there, but it's not exercise. I have no idea what you do. And turns out she was an escort. But I would never have known that had she not told me, because they will only show me what they show me. And this is what I'm saying. He needs you to know that he's taking some responsibility for where he was in his world. Okay. I feel sick. So there is something that was going on in his world, whether this was that he was just, had a few drinks that night and wasn't in his right mind and ended up somewhere around people he shouldn't have been. Whatever it was, you can't change that fact now, right? You can't change that. He said, what you can understand is that he is not gone. He's never going to leave you. He's still here. He just doesn't have a physical body anymore. And that's what he wants to focus on right now. He's saying that you have the answers. You kind of know what happened, but there's some kind of, look up the word cognitive dissonance when we get off of here. It basically means that there's some kind of reality that's really hard for you to accept, right? And I think, first of all, there will be justice. If there hasn't been justice already, you will see justice. He said, make no mistake, you will see justice. But I do feel like there is a redirection here. They are wanting you to have a redirection. There's something very important about having a redirection, about having the situations in your world cause you to make different choices and decisions in your life. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Your brother is wanting me to talk about this. See, now I understand why your friend was so bossy and why she was the one bringing your brother through. Even though you have a lot of grief around her passing, it's not the same as what you have around your brothers. Because I don't know what that guilt is, but he's showing me the brain scoop, which is where they kind of open your brain and scoop out a memory or a way that you're thinking about something. And he's like, this is not your fault. There is no coulda, woulda, shoulda. There's nothing you could have or should have or would have done differently that would have changed his mind or that could have changed this situation, because he was under the influence of things that were not in your control. You understand? He says, listen, this is why he's trying to redirect me, because we can talk about this all day and all it's going to do is inspire more pain within you and make you feel his absence even more. And that's not what my job is. My job is to reunite you with him and help you feel his voice here and now. Do you understand?
Yes.
He just gave you a rose. That's my symbol for birthday, anniversary, or something that happens once a year. And he's like, by golly, I'm here for this. What's the birthday or anniversary that just passed or is coming up?
I can't think of anything right now.
Why do I feel like Halloween is significant? Like, I feel like, do you have children, hon?
I don't.
I feel like he's talking about trick-or-treating and being able, here's the thing, I don't know, maybe he's just like having a funny sense of humor, but he's talking about, oh my God, girl, now this year I really am dressed up as a ghost. We're gonna so prank people. Like, he's making me feel like you better get your like happy on, because this is gonna be the best Halloween ever. He's literally showing me going out with kids though. Are you around children?
Not right now. No, I'm not.
When you say not right now, I feel like you could be. I don't know what that means, but when you said not right now, I felt him. He's like, well, follow me, kid. So if you're being led in a new direction, so are you in the middle of a big change right now?
Kind of, yeah, kind of like I don't know what the change is, but I just know that I need change.
That's why he said just follow him. You have to prioritize joy. I think you've had a lot of stress, a lot of grief, a lot of tragedy in your world. Like, there's these two, but I'll be honest with you, I see a whole bunch of people behind them. I feel like I could be here all day reading for the people that you've lost, unfortunately. And today is
I
about,
just want to know that he's okay. Like, I want to know that he's okay.
okay, so here's the thing. He's not only okay, he's trying to give you the tools so that you can feel him in your present, so that you don't need to rely on me. You can ask him if he's okay, and then you will hear his answer. So it's just that they speak a different language you're not used to speaking. They speak synchronicity and coincidence. because there's no such thing as fluke, random, and chance. The fact that you and I are talking right now, that's not fluke, random, or chance that we're just happened to sync up today. That is him planning before you even knew you were going to be here. That is them answering a prayer. You asked if he's okay, and him being able to align you with an answer. Did you get a tattoo? Because he's like, you got to talk about that tattoo. I hear tattoo, tattoo, tattoo. And I keep seeing it change. Like, I don't know if you've had an idea that you wanted a tattoo for him and you changed it, or if you got more than one, or I don't know what that means. Do you understand what he's talking about?
I've been wanting to get a tattoo for him, but I haven't got it.
Because you can't figure out what to get, right?
Yes.
He said, love never dies, sis. Love never dies. You feel me. You just don't know you feel me. You know, actually, you do know you feel him, but then you just, it's like when you feel his presence, it's kind of like you can smell his energy, and then that just makes you break down in tears. He's like, don't break down in tears. Talk to me. Ask me for help with this. Tell me to go beat up someone. I can do it now. I'm in spirit form. He's funny. He's very protective. You said he's your baby brother, but he feels like he wants to kick everyone's butt around you. He showed me his hat and he put it on your head. He's like, here, it's yours now. Did he used to wear like a ball cap?
Or like a hat, like not a ball cap, but like a hat, like a straight hat. I don't know what you call it.
Do you still have his hat?
Yes, I do.
So there you go. He knows. He said, listen, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. You just keep asking him for help and tune in to him and ask him, just say, listen, I need to know a sign. I need to know if you're here. Were you here at the beginning when I said I asked God for a sign today? And then I tune in and there's like more people on here than there usually is. Like, that's a sign. There's no such thing as fluke, random, or chance. He's very much here, but it's not enough for me to just tell you this stuff. He wants to tell you. He said, can we get you that car now? Can we do that? If we get you a car, then you'll believe it's me.
I've been wanting a car, yeah.
So he knows this. So he said, ask him, because then he will line you up with whatever it is that you need that will bring you a car. If it's money you need, you'll all of a sudden come into money. If it's, somebody that will be able to help you do this, whatever it is that you need, he will help line you up with it. And you will feel his presence, sweetie, and you will know he's not gone. You understand?
Yeah.
I promise you he's not gone. And your friend said, we'll talk again. So I know you're a guest, but I don't doubt when they say stuff like that. And she just said, thank you for the picture. So there's some picture you have with the two of you. And she just said, just know that I'm okay and that I'm taking care of him on this side and that we're trusting in you to make these changes, because as you make these changes, so do we on this side. As you grow and heal, so do we on this side. But just keep talking to them. I promise you, it's very magical. When you ask them that to show themselves and that you need a sign and you need to feel their presence, things will line up in such a way that there's no denying it is them. And I would say surround yourself with kids on Halloween, because I'm telling you, your brother is totally planning on pranking kids in spirit. Has he already been over there for a Halloween yet?
I don't know. I don't know.
Has he been gone for more than a year?
He's been gone for like 3 years now.
Interesting. Why does it still feel, I'm still getting the anniversary thing. I can't pull back totally because there's a date or something that we didn't, the signs and symbols won't change. How I understand them change depending on how you validate. And
My older brother's birthday is November 1st. I don't know if that means anything. But
well,
my older
that's
brother,
that's
the day after Halloween.
that's literally the day after Halloween, right? So
Yeah.
that would make sense why he's pulling me to Halloween. And does your older brother have kids?
No, my older brother misses him so much too.
Well, this is why he's telling, that would make sense then why he's trying to incorporate your older brother into this, right? Hmm. Oh, sweetheart, I'm so sorry. But please keep talking to him. Please watch for the signs and symbols around you. Watch for him to talk to you. You won't feel his absence so much once you start seeing how easily he can still communicate with you. He just speaks a different language now. He can't speak the physical language of English. He speaks synchronicity and coincidence. That's cooperative incidences. That's the language between spirit and physical. I'm gonna let him pull his energy back. I hope that was helpful though.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Okay, so who's our other guest here? Whoo, Lexi, I'm coming to you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Perfect.
Just taking a deep breath and trying to detach. Sometimes energy is really heavy. Grief. You see why I tell people all the time, grief and anxiety can distort the energy field almost like water can distort sound. You know what I mean? Can you all feel it when we went through that last reading, the distortion a little bit? So, okay, yeah, your loved ones are really bouncy, let me tell you. So we're having no trouble connecting there. Are you ready to do this, Lexi? We're going to start with a connecting exercise.
Okay.
All right. So what I want you to do is put both feet flat on the floor. And then I want you to close your eyes and I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your through your body and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Goodness sake, are the loved ones ever strong? I can't even get my words out. Did you hear what I almost said? And blow it or pull it straight up through your father. I mean, through me. Goodness sake. So there's a father figure that comes forward. He goes above you. So this could even be grandfather. I'm not sure. He shows me the body scan, which is my symbol for more than one issue in the body or pain throughout the body. I do feel like this went very quick or something though, because then I just get like one breath and I'm on the other side. So I don't know if that's like somebody who had heart disease or something and then passed a heart attack. I'm not exactly sure what that means yet. Shows me the lady's hand. They're definitely reunited, but there's been some distance or space between the two of them. So I don't know if that means that one passed some time before the other. I'm also seeing putting the white blanket around someone's shoulders here and a mother figure here. I'm getting, that's weird. I feel like I have two competing family members trying to come through, almost like mom's side and dad's side or something. I'm not exactly sure. And a younger soul
Yeah.
who passed before we would think of as their time. Is that making sense to you?
Yeah. So my dad, and so my mom is still here. My dad passed away almost 2 years ago
Your dad
from
is yeah.
cancer.
So your dad comes through with his parents. Do you understand that? So both of his parents would be on the other side, and one of his parents would have passed some time before the other. Do you understand that?
Yeah, my grandpa did.
That's what I thought. So your grandfather's bringing forward the father figure, and your dad is so strong that he got me to say father before. Like I was just trying to do my speech, man, and I'm saying father. And then he's showing me putting the white blanket over mom's shoulders. That's my symbol for watching over somebody here in the physical world. I can feel some anxiety around her right now. So I don't know if she's had some health issues recently or if you're just worried about her being separated from you. I'm not sure what this separation is. It feels like it's more of a vibrational worry than a physical reality, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think she's struggling a bit now. Like the busyness has gone away, and I think she's struggling a bit. I know she really believes in like energy type stuff, and she kind of has that feeling right now where she needs to get out of her house, that type of thing.
Your dad told you to sage her house. He just handed you a sage bowl. Most people don't understand the incredible power of sage. So this will help your mom instantaneously if you do this for her. So you know how, okay, so this is how I describe it to people. Sage has the same effect on negative energy or stuck energy or stagnant energy as dish soap has on grease. So
Okay.
if you put a drop of dish soap into a pot of greasy water, the grease just dissipates, right? So what people don't understand is that energy does stick to the walls and stuff. When your mom says she feels the energy in there, she's not wrong. It sticks to the walls like nicotine. Only you won't see it until you move that picture, and then you'll see the outline, right?
Right.
So when you sage, you clear that all out. So
Okay.
this is, so what you do, I recommend, I mean, there's lots of different ways you can sage, but I don't like the sage sticks because they can cause, that's interesting. Tammy was not in the room. Anyway, I don't like the sage sticks because they can cause, like, I don't like the way they ember and that sometimes they're hard to put out and stuff. So I like to get the cooking sage that you buy at the grocery store. I just bless it.
Okay.
And then put a little bit in a dish, light it like incense, and go around your house and just cleanse it out. Your mom will feel so much better. And your dad is thanking you for indulging her, let me just say. He just says, you know what? Tell her thank you. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he goes, anything she wants. I'm hearing that song. You know that song? Literally anything you want. You got it. And he's making me feel like you have totally put mom as number one and done anything you can to help her ease through this time. So he's thanking you for that. He's showing me the tombstone, which is my symbol for where or how I'm laid to rest. And I'm feeling thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. He's showing me my symbol for choices and decisions, which is that you had to make some choices and decisions around his passing, which is interesting because he acts a little bit shocked about that. He's like, who knew? I thought I had everything covered. I didn't know. Like, I feel like there was something that surprised him. Do you understand that?
Somewhat.
He needs you to know that you made all the right choices and decisions. He's asking me to emphasize that again. I feel like you needed to know that you did the right thing, or that you did everything he needed you to do. There feels like I see the tombstone, but I feel like I'm split. If so, was he cremated?
Yeah, he was cremated, and actually we still have not put his ashes in. We've got a place to put them in the cemetery, but we still haven't been able to all get together as a family to put them in there.
That's okay. You will. You absolutely will. This is why I'm feeling that they're all split. It's interesting. I feel like somebody might want to keep some of those. Throw this down. Do you have a son, hon? He said, talk about the boy. Talk about the boy.
I don't have a son, no. I have a nephew.
Was he very close with this nephew? Because he just says, talk
Yeah.
about the boy.
Yeah.
He's watching over him. Is he like preteen, teenager kind of age?
No, he's only 6.
Okay. Well, because what your dad just said is he's going to have to watch over him really carefully because this guy's going to need a couple of guardian angels. He's just like a little go-getter, like got more courage than,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yep, I know what you mean.
Shows you must have children though as well because he's watching over you and the other 2. So I don't know if he means that you have 2 kids or it's you and your husband and a child, but he says you and 2. You understand that?
So I have a boyfriend who has a 19-year-old daughter, but I also have a niece that's 9.
So all of the kids, this is what he's saying. This is how he wants you to know that he's giving you his blessing. When you said you have a boyfriend whose daughter has a daughter and you have a niece, he's like, yeah, the other 2 as well, you and the other 2. He's trying to give his love to all the kids in the family. And it's his way of giving you his blessing around your boyfriend. In a sense, let me say this, in a sense, he shows me this, which is my symbol for struggle or challenge in a relationship. So I feel like there has been some challenge there. And so I think when he's saying he's giving you his blessing, I feel like he's saying whatever you decide to do within this, you have his support, his absolute support, no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're both very strong-headed, so that's probably part of the,
He
but
is validating.
it's going good.
He's validating how much you love that child as your own,
Yeah, I do.
because he includes that. He includes them in as his grandchildren. He
And
said,
then there's 2 Aussie kids too that he kind of considered as grandchildren too. So
your dad is so funny. So do you understand what he meant about the breathing thing? And then he went like this, that he passed quickly.
No.
But I felt like there was something like this was a, how did he pass?
well, he had cancer, but so this was really weird, sort of, but not really. So my mom and my sister were in Arizona. My mom just needed a break, so she decided to go to Arizona for a week. And she was exhausted. I mean, my dad was really sick, and it was exhausting for him and everybody else too. But anyway, so my brother and I were there when he got really sick, and we called my mom, and she said goodbye, and my sister said goodbye. And within like 3 minutes of us getting off the phone with my mom, he took a deep breath and he was gone.
That's what he keeps showing me. That's what he keeps showing me. Because remember, I said in the beginning, I don't know if this was heart disease, or he's showing me that there was like something here. So that could be cancer as well.
Yeah.
And then he just kept taking me to the breath and then doing this, that it was just one quick breath and I'm on the other side.
Yeah.
So he knew you were there with him. And let me tell you, he feels gratitude for that, because he said that you guys never left him alone. And that he needs you to know that that made him feel better, because he was anxious about crossing over. He makes me feel like it's not that he didn't believe in the other side. You just never know, right? We've been, the image of God and the other side has been so distorted for us that you just never know, right? So he felt so much better knowing that you guys were there. But at the same time, he said, you tell mom not to feel bad at all. I don't want nobody feeling any grief. He said, you know what? Here's the thing. Your mom would not have been able to get that image out of her head. She would not have been able to survive that image in her head. And so he's glad she wasn't there for that. And he's thanking you for burdening yourself with that in order to be there for him. I want you to understand what a great gift that is. Not every person in this world gets given that gift. My dad recently, actually, my dad and I hadn't talked for a couple of years. He kind of walked out of my life when he wanted to go marry this chick that supposedly he so loved, right? And then he got real sick this last year, and I got a phone call from her saying, your dad's going to be dead in a matter of hours. She left him in the hospital to die overnight by himself. He was by himself for more than 24 hours because she didn't want to watch it. So your dad wanted me to tell you about that, because I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit for being strong enough to be there in the room. That's the view that he sees it as. He's thanking you for taking that burden on for your mom, because you gave him peace and you gave your mom peace at the same time. And I feel like since then you've been holding this little bit of uncertainty within you, because you feel like maybe mom didn't get a chance to say goodbye, or she didn't get that something, you know what I mean? And he said, that's nonsense.
Yeah.
He said, that's nonsense. That ends today. You need to understand what a great gift you gave your father that day. And he's going to make me cry. He said, please understand how much he loves you and to thank you for that. that he's not gone. He said it's important that you were here today of all days, because I think he wants to hear you to hear what's coming up after this, even if you think I'm crazy. But also because we talked a lot today about how to feel their presence, how to hear them here in your physical here and now, that they are not gone. They're just invisible. Love never dies. Physical does not ever go away. Think about it. When you boil water on a stove, does the water just disappear, or does it evaporate into something else? It just transforms, right? Energy transforms. And he's still here. He's still talking to you. He just gave you a big bushel of lilac.
Oh, my fucking sweet Jesus.
Oh,
Who
I
said
love
that? Tammy?
Sorry, things are going so bad
Okay, well,
with my technology.
sound really loud on my thing, so please don't do that. Okay, do you understand the lilac, Lexi?
Yes, I love lilacs. We used to have a bunch in our yard, trees.
So he said every time that you smell those lilacs or you see those lilacs, please know that that's your God's soul letting you know that he's there with you. And I think that if you have a tree, like, I don't know if you're moving this next year coming up or something like that, but he's showing me when you get to the new house that there will be a lilac tree there, and it will bloom bigger than it's ever bloomed before, because you will feel your dad's energy in that tree.
Yeah, we've been talking about moving, so
He already has the house planted or picked out for you, and the tree's planted with the lilac bush. So make sure you ask him to help you with that, because when you go and you see that house and you buy that house and you realize that's exactly what he was talking about all these years ago, or all these months before, it's going to blow your mind, and you're going to feel his presence, and you're going to know he's with you. There will be no denying it. He loves you so much. He's like, let's start with everybody getting together, shall we? You guys have been really aware of the obstacles and the roadblocks and the challenges around getting together. Stop being aware of those things and start asking him for what you want, and let him line it up for you. Does that make sense?
sort of, yeah.
I'll tell you this, it works like a GPS, okay? The dead work like a GPS. What I mean by that is this world runs on free will, okay? So that means that we decide. God's promise for us is that we choose whatever we want in this world. We choose. That's his promise, right? So the dead, they kind of operate like a GPS. They can help align us with whatever we've asked for, because they operate in the vibrational realms of energy, synchronicity, coincidence, things like that. That's where they live now, right? So if you put into your GPS, if you said, okay, tell me what restaurant to go to today, is your GPS going to pick a restaurant and tell you how to get there?
No.
It wouldn't. It would just say, well, I don't know which one you want to go to. And it would give you a list of restaurants and say, you choose, right?
Yeah.
When you chose, then it would, once you chose, then it would draw you a map and give you voice instructions along the way, right?
Yeah.
So with the dead, you have to understand, can you guys please mute yourself? So what you have to understand with the dead, who is that?
It's gonna be too much for, yeah,
Rachel?
maybe, yeah.
Rachel?
Yes. Oh,
Please mute.
hi.
Can you mute, please?
Mute? Sorry.
Thank you. Okay, so what you have to understand when you're talking to the dead is that you have to be very specific with them as well. So you have to tell them what you need, be specific, and then they will directly line you up. They will give you voice instructions along the way. It's like, that's why I say it's like a GPS, because if you say, tell me what restaurant to go to, it won't tell you. But if you say, how do I get to McDonald's? It'll draw you a map and give you voice instructions, right?
Yeah.
If you say to your loved ones, I need a new house, it's got to be 2 bedrooms, this price, this color, blah, 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 blah. Guess what's going to happen? That is going to fall into your lap. You're going to meet the right person that knows the right ad, that has the right house on the right street at the right moment at the exact right time. It'll blow your freaking mind, and you'll have, like, the house will be like half price. You will know that that was your dad aligning you with exactly what you've asked him for. I once asked my grandfather for a snowblower in the middle of a snowstorm when I moved because I had movers coming and they had to put a whole bunch of furniture at the back of my house in the shed. And I have fibromyalgia. I knew it was going to take like 3 hours for me to do it myself, and I didn't want to do it myself, but I was prepared to do it myself if I had to. So I drove over to the new house at 7 in the morning on a Saturday, praying the whole way to my grandfather to help send me a snowblower or some big strong men to do it for me when I got there. And sure enough, 7 in the morning, I got to the new house and a truck pulls up across the street with this big ass snowblower. He was the son of the people that lived next door or across the street, this old couple in their 90s, and their son owned a landscaping company. Just happened to show up at that exact day at that exact time. All I had to do was run outside and offer him $20 to do a path for me. Done. That is how it works. Your dad is not gone, I promise you. And if you talk to him and you ask him to show you that he's here, and you ask him for a sign and you ask him for help with anything, he will show up for you, because that's his way to talk to you now. That's his language now. He can't say I love you with a physical words anymore. But what he can do is when you say, Dad, I need help with this house, blah, 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 and it shows up exactly like what you've asked for, only way cheaper, you're going to feel his presence and you will never feel his absence again. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
He said, cheer up, beautiful. And he's literally playing that song, Beautiful. Who sings that? You are beautiful to me. You know that song?
Christina Aguilera.
No,
Yeah.
not Christina Aguilera. James Blunt or something. Is it James?
Yeah.
You are beautiful?
Yeah.
Yes, that one. Playing that song in my head. And then he said, now go Sage Mom's house and you'll be shocked at how much better that's going to help her. And again, he's thanking you for giving Mom whatever she wants.
It's tough sometimes, let me tell you.
Because just at least you can still eat Mom's food. Like he'd give anything to show up and be there for dinner again. Aw, he's pulling his energy back. I hope that was helpful, sweetie.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Okay, you guys. So Tam, now I'm going to make you host again because I don't know what's going on there, but I'll tell you this much. I announced that I was going to be talking about some stuff. So it does not surprise me that they kicked you out.
I lost power to my entire house, not
Oh.
just this meeting.
I'm sorry.
Something,
Sorry.
Telus is messing up outside too.
Well, this is why I'm telling you guys, this is what I've got something to read to you, because so I'm going to stop recording here in 1 second. I'm looking it up right now, and then I'm going to read, my friends, because the world is about to change. And I've been telling everybody this for over a year, and people think I'm a Looney Tune, but that's okay. Yesterday, we lost a whole bunch of social media and stuff, and we're about to lose a bunch of more stuff. And gain even more. So if you want to hear this, stick around. And if any of you are watching and you would like to record this, I highly encourage you to record it. You can record it. You can share it with whoever you want. I can't share it because this platform for all of you is my #1 priority. And if they take this down, I can't help you guys. But you guys can share this to whoever you want. So,
You're still recording, Trace.
I know. Give me a minute. I know. Okay. Recording